Good morning. This is day 2 of the last ever Sole Survivor ever. And yesterday, me and Andrew, here's Andrew.
Hiya. There I am.
He's not too tired. We told you about our bunker bins. Now, these are the bunker bins that we were talking about, as you can see, just along this row. So, did you?
This is my bunker bin.
Yeah, that's Andrew's. Number 27, just in case you want to see him at some point this week. This is where the girls are, and then this is my bunker bin here. I might just quickly show you around. Oh, here's Esther.
Hello.
Just coming out of the aforementioned bunker bin. So look, as you can see, it's a welcoming space. It has shelves, so that's good. It has, there's my bed, a bit scruffy, and here's Esther's bed. Sadly, we have to be separated for the purposes of this week, but through here is the dream, really, the Sole Survivor dream. No queuing up for showers, because you have your own shower. Look, there's the curtain and everything, and your own loo as well, so you don't have to share with all of the other punters. So there's no risk of D&V, which sometimes does happen. So I hope you've enjoyed that tour. We're just going to check in with Andrew and see how basement went last night. Andrew, how was basement last night?
Yeah, well, basement went really well. We had a UV party. Lots of people.
What's a UV party, Andrew?
It's where we give out UV paint and we put it on our faces and maybe arms, and it looks bright. And then we had a DJ who was playing lots of tunes, and there was lots of jumping up and down. Some might call it moshing.
Moshing. That's something we used to do in the mid-90s, isn't it, Andrew, when we listened to bands like Nirvana?
Yes, it is, Chris. And this was a lot of moshing with maybe a few hundred, maybe thousands of young people. And we just made sure that they were safe in that moshing environment last night.
A safe moshing environment for all. That's what Andrew's doing for this festival. Now, I'm going to give you a few more highlights of the day later. Sorry, Andrew just wants to say one more thing.
Just one thing. Tonight, if you want to come along day 2 evening, the basement, there is a silent disco.
A silent disco. That sounds interesting, Andrew. Or maybe it sounds a bit boring because there's no music.
Well, that's where you'd be mistaken, Chris. Each and every person who comes to the silent disco wears some headphones, and in those headphones there is music, and that's how, although it's silent, there's still music.
Fantastic. That sounds revolutionary, to be honest, and not something that we would have had when we were coming to Sole Survivor in the mid-90s, eh, Andrew?
No.
We used to go to things like Dreg's Cafe, where there would be fun japes and games to do, and also Cafe Uno, which still exists today, but nothing like a silent disco. So we look forward to that. The only other highlights I've had today, I've been for my morning run. I've had jam on toast, and also I've been bitten on my arm, so I'm not sure who bit me. I don't think it was Esther, because she's too far away from me in the bunker bin. Andrew just wants to add one more thing before we go.
When we arrived, there was a poo in our toilet in the bunker bin. That poo's still there. I'm currently, in my brain, working out a way of getting rid of that poo, because the amount of times you flush does not matter. That poo remains. Whoever had this bunker bin before me, that was an almighty poo. Well done.
Thanks, Andrew. I think that's a lesson for us all, really. Clean up after yourself, and think about the people who come next to you. You might think we're in luxury in our bunker bins while everyone else is slumming it in their tents, but actually Andrew's got a real problem there that someone else has caused. So let's let that be a lesson to us this morning on day 2 of the last ever Sole Survivor ever.